May 1998, Louisville, Texas. The waxy-faced weatherman on Channel 8 said we had been above 90 degrees for 10 days in a row. Day after day of my t-shirt sticking to the sweat on my lower back, the smell of insect repellent gone slick with sunscreen, the air droning with the hum of cicadas, dead yellow grass cracking under every footstep, asphalt bubbling on the roads. It didn't occur to me to be nervous about the occasional wall of white smoke on the horizon that summer. Everything already looked like it was scorched, dead, or well on its way. I was 12 years old, and I had just finished the 6th grade. Most days, after Mom headed to her job at the airport, I would stay inside our apartment, stationed by the window. Cody and his younger brother Sam, 2 white boys who lived a few apartment buildings over from us, were always playing catch in the parking lot, though I never joined them. I wasn't good at throwing the ball, and it was too hot for me to go out and pretend. When I wasn't at my perch acting like I wasn't watching them, I would flip through Mom's old paperback books. So far, I had tried out Tar Baby and The Color Purple, both unsuccessfully. Toni Morrison's sentences were like rivers with murky bottoms. They didn't obey the rules I was learning in school. When I stepped in, I couldn't see my feet. I retreated back to the shore. Alice Walker lost me because a few pages in, some girl was talking about the color of her pussy. I figured the book did not have much more to offer me after that. Today, I tried again. I picked up a worn copy of Another Country by James Baldwin, sat down cross-legged on the floor, and started reading. A sad man walks through the streets of New York City late one winter night. He goes into a jazz club looking for someone or something, but doesn't say why. Minutes pooled into hours. Black people sleeping with white people, men kissing men, then kissing women, then kissing men again. Every few pages, I would look up from the book and peek at our apartment's front door. Mom wasn't home from work yet, and I felt like I would get in trouble if she saw me reading this book. I went into my bedroom with our Cocker Spaniel, Kingsley, trailing behind me, and I closed the door. The novel turned me on. I didn't know books were capable of anything like this. Until now, I had liked reading, but it was just something you did. A good thing, like drinking water on a hot day, but nothing special. Holding Another Country in my hands, I felt that the book was actually holding me. Sad, sexy, and reeking of jazz, the story had its arm around my waist. I could walk right into the scene, take off my clothes, and join one of the couples in bed. I could taste their tongues. About a third of the way into the novel, I found a Polaroid tucked between the pages like a bookmark. It was a picture of a man I had never seen before. He did not resemble anyone in my family, but for all I knew, he could have been a distant cousin or uncle. He was leaning against a sedan with his arms crossed and an odd smile on his face, as if the person holding the camera had just told him an inside joke. Or maybe this man was doing the telling. The smile felt intimate, inappropriate, like a hand sliding down where it should not be. Someone had written Jackson, Mississippi, 1982 on the back, but I could have figured that out on my own. The man was dressed like an extra in a Michael Jackson video. He had on a knit sweater and black acid-washed jeans that were too tight. I could see the whites of his socks, and I knew he was in Mississippi because of the red dust all over his sneakers. On a trip to Mississippi with my aunt once, I had seen that dirty redness on every car, lapping at the sides of houses like flood tides and all over the loafers I was wearing. "That's what Mississippi does to you," my aunt had said when she saw my shoes. I kept on trying to use one foot to brush red dirt off the other, only making things worse. I decided I did not like the man in the picture. The dirt on his shoes irritated me. And the longer I looked at his smile, the more I felt like he was looking directly at me. Not at the camera in 1982, but at me, 16 years later. He grinned like he knew something about me. A punchline I hadn't figured out yet.